else. You try to find that
because
person.
You cannot go to the rack without passing.
It can't miss Bossa. If Bossa missed it, that's how I know that person is not with us.
19 years is under OVC, isn't it?
You think Esther has it?
Who?
The OVC person.
This Esther of ours. They only look at
Even sometimes they have files. Obadde wange ye yakomya nga nfo yakanye wono sina n'ebizibu munda tebisobola it's okay sina amanyi eyo mbadde ngenda kwogereramu naye kyogenda okukola ogenda photocopy or printing genda kewayeeko gezaako nkugaa nze nkusingisa just babuuze bw'aba alina ajja ku welcome. Where are my fellow farmers? Are we going back to farming now that the weather is coming back to normal? Wanji. Tumiza.
Temuna simu ya Barije.
Barije simanyi badde nsuubira gwa alina enamba ye. Yabaaki yegoba?
Ate tunamanya. Nampale agamba agenda ziika.
Nampale naye amala gwogera. Barije. Abakikoze kituufu. Hi, Jonathan. That's an interesting name. How are you? Hey, Barije, because these are too many days. That is delicious. She's just about to eat food. Only Dembo. Echaraja. Doug,
abakuita.
Only dent echaraja. Agenza wabwe. Ogenda kusomero. Ogenda bera mu meeting. Jabeera muko katono kusomero eriyoki lectures kati ezisembayo bagenda bawamuki kubanga HR tetumanyi kyali kujja tugamba, but she might give out templates for appraisal, some stuff like that. And in your position, you're the only one there. Singato obaddeyo n'omulala, you might get guidance from that person abakusigaliddewo. Also, it might be nothing, so I don't know. I'm just saying. Jonathan, I'm hungry. Njagala kulya. But you can go. Wanga, already the meeting is like at 3. What 2 or 3? So it's like the last thing we are doing in the day then to me, okay? It is so cold. The rain is back. We are going to farming. I'm quite excited because I didn't farm the whole of last year, but this year I intend to farm beginning of August. So I have to start preparing my farm this month. Yeah. Next week, I have so much to do in 1 week. Yeah. And part of what I have to do is getting my farm ready for my next farming adventure. I'm a little bit worried about it, but ideally, if you're in Uganda and you want to farm, wait for 2 more rains and then you can start planting. Because we've been having a dry period, the soil has been too dry. 1 or 2 rains is not enough to soak the soil, and the heat has to be, expelled from the ground, and only rain can do that. So rain has to balance the warmth and the temperatures of the soil. Then you can plant. Otherwise, if you plant now, you are going to lose your plants. Hi, Kenna. Today I made the live a bit earlier. I'm actually still at work, and it's just coming to 1 o'clock in my country. I'm just about to have lunch. How are you doing? Meanwhile, I have a lot of good news, but I think I'll give you one good news at a time. The first good news is that I have partnered with an old colleague of mine on the concept of biodigesters. Biodigesters are not a common aspect in my country. The Universal Ministry, how are you this great afternoon? What are you intending to grow in your farm? I always grow safe food, and I think this time I'm going to grow sweet potatoes as well. I love growing sweet potatoes because they are the safest plant for me, and they have market no matter what period you get them out at, and their cost is a bit high. So I'll not be under pressure when growing them, and when the time for harvesting comes, I will have market. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to grow sweet potatoes. I was telling you about the good news on the biodigester. So if you have your home and you want a biodigester, I gotcha. What is a biodigester? A biodigester is a substitute of a toilet. Okay, Angela, official channel, Israel. Love you guys. Kisses. Love you a lot. Yay, power to Israel. Love you too. Thanks for the love. So like I was explaining, a biodigester is just something that is like a toilet. Imagine how back in the day we used to excavate and build septic tanks. Septic tanks are toilets, external toilets that can be drained. So you can drain them. You understand? So they are reusable for a very long period of time. But over time, the soil around a septic tank can weaken and it can sink in. Now, Kenna, it's raining. Yeah, it's raining everywhere. And I think it's just the general weather all over. Now, a biodigester is, it degrades the enzymes that are put in the concrete thing. I don't even know if I have a word for it. It's not so big. There are different sizes for different number of people. So what happens is the biodigester, the enzymes that are put in the biodigester break down the solid fecal, like the feces, into liquids. So they are expelled as liquid that is not harmful to the environment. I love it. Ate yonna yange. Eno yange. Aha. Mafiki mugambe. Bulijjo lwaki takola bw'ati. So I'm having lunch. I happened to make my live in my lunch time. And do not tell me that I eat too much. Hi Katunje. Thanks for watching. This is vegetables and chicken and sweet potatoes and plantains. Yeah. Oh, and pumpkins and yam. So I have small portions of everything. Not to worry, this is my one daily meal. I don't eat the same thing every day. So sigenda kuwaako. All the food that we eat is purely organic in my country. Organic food is actually cheaper than junk here. I've never understood why healthy food is cheaper in Africa and the unhealthy junk is more expensive. It has never made sense to me. Because all this food that I'm eating is just $2. Is it? 3,900 times 3? $3. So I'm eating a healthy local bred chicken, some plantains, some vegetables, some sweet potatoes, some pumpkins, some yam at just $3. You can imagine. And I'm actually eating the expensive version of the food because she can give you from $1.50. You can get a meal. Sorry to the vegetarians. So you're in Balujam video. Sovi, olimba lujja mu video yange. Bajaji flagging. Now this is pumpkin that I'm eating. I do have an idea about solar systems. What are you trying to power? Meanwhile, it has come to my attention that some of you cannot access my number on WhatsApp. I sent an email out to WhatsApp yesterday. My number is on WhatsApp, but I don't know why some people are telling me that when they try to add up my number, it's saying it's not on WhatsApp. I have no idea why. I have to check and find out why that is. Now I'm eating the part of the sweet potato. It's really nice. I might do some research for you, but only if you're my client. If you pay me a consultation fee, I'll run up research for you and get contacts and send them to you, and then prices and stuff, and directly send them to you, but you'd have to hire me. But I do have an idea. Yep. But in order for me to go ahead and do extra research and stuff like that, I would have to be hired. And it's very cheap to hire me. You simply pay consultation fee, which is just 100,000 Ugandan shillings. That's like $31 around there. And then I research for you and send you everything you need. The sweet potatoes were so nice. I mean, I'm still eating them, but they were really nice. Yeah, that's okay, Johnson. That's perfectly okay. Whenever you're ready, I'm not going anywhere. And congratulations on your building, construction. Construction is not a joke. It's not that hard, but it's also not that easy. I was still sharing my good news with you guys. But my good news is not a topic one can have when you're eating. I can't exactly start discussing biodigesters. I mean, I can, but... No, it's fine. You can ask about the biodigester. How many people are in your home? I mean, if you want a biodigester, how many people? I can easily tell you how much everything would cost you. To do for you the whole thing, because what they would have to do, they would have to excavate, do for you two holes, one for the water, and one for the biodigester itself. Hold on. Let me first log out of this thing. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm now yours here. So what I was saying, to do everything for you, because the one for 4 people can be used up to 7 people, 8 people. They can still use that same one. So even if in the future you added more people, it can still be used. Now this phone again with the whole thing. So the whole process would cost you at least 2 million Ugandan shillings. That is excavation, transportation inclusive, price of the sock pit, price of the stones that are going, price of the biodigester is in there, labor charges are in there, buying stones for your sock pit are in there, the DPCs, the pipes, everything. In general, you'd simply have to look for 2M, and then you'd get your whole thing done. You literally just sit back and wait. Simple as that. But that is the price for someone who has less than 12 people using the system, the toilet system. But if you have more than 12 people, then you'd have to pay slightly more, but not too much, just a bit slightly more. That's all. Because then we'd have to excavate bigger space or anything. But at least you don't. On the bright side, you don't need too much space. You just need an area space of at least 10 feet wide. That's okay. 10 feet is okay. Everything would fit in there. Even less than that. So you don't need big space. I'm moving into an era where I'm bringing for you service providers that I'm directly working with, and I'm making sure they are giving you the lowest. That is the era I want to get in. I want to directly work with certain people because I've tested and tried them over the years. and I know they are good, and I know they can be trusted. So I'm just trying to create small partnerships with them. So far I have 4 partnerships. I have a partnership with blocks, someone who does blocks, the recent videos I sent you. I have a partnership with someone who does pavers, someone who does compound accessories. I have a partnership with someone who is doing the precasts. Yeah, but for now, the only precasts I trust are the ones for the fence line. You can practically build a house with precast, but like I said, I'm still doing research on that and trying this out myself for the house part. Because when you build a house, to roof it, there is a certain amount of pressure that is falling onto this house. If the walls of the house are weak, the house is going to crumble and weaken and eventually collapse. So that's why I tell you, some of you, if you're building a 6x6 wall, there are some types of roofing you're not supposed to use, especially depending on the size of your house. There are some types that are not safe with certain building material. That's why you find houses are cracking. There are so many reasons why a house would crack, but one of the biggest reasons is the roof, the weight of the roof on the house. When the weight of the roof on the house is heavier than the strength of the walls of the house is going to crack, and eventually it will crumble. This is why we have house plans in place. I have a partnership with someone who draws house plans, draws and approves, but it's really up to you. You might just want, and you're not ready to get approvals and stuff, and then you just have your house plan, and then whenever you're ready, you push for your approvals. We do house plans because we do a lot of mathematics and calculations into your house. Construction is mathematics pretty much. The earth is constantly moving, and because the earth is constantly moving, we have certain things we do and put in place to allow for that to happen peacefully without disrupting your house. But some of you are just building. You just see things and say, build for me this, put it here. You're not taking a lot of things into consideration. And when then you start thinking, you're like, the builders I got were bad, maybe they have bad workmanship or something like that, maybe they stole my building material. But ideally, it's not always what you think. There are so many things that would cause certain things to happen on or in your house. It's not always bad workmanship. And some of you house owners are very, very stubborn. You're very stubborn. You won't listen to reason. You're looking to save as much money as possible at your own peril. And when you start seeing the consequences of your actions, you won't take responsibility for them. You blame somebody else. It's always somebody else's fault, never yours. But remember, in construction, every shortcut you make is going to cost you. It will cost you way more than what you would have paid to do it right. And the problem is the cost of shortcuts in construction happens at a later stage, many years after you even moved in. You never see the cost or the consequences of your actions or all your shortcuts in the near time. That's why for those of you that are buying houses that are ready, you need quality analysis on these houses, like for real. Otherwise, most of you are running around walking and buying houses with so many shortcuts in them, just because you feel like construction is too hectic. Let me buy something that's ready. Hi Winnie, it's nice to have you on the live. Sorry, I'm multitasking. I'm eating, I'm working, I'm talking to you guys. Because I've come to realize when I'm done with work, I'm rarely having enough time these days. You know, I am trying to spend with enough time or more time with my cat. I know it sounds silly, but my cat has been acting up, which means he needs to spend more time with me. And it seems to my phone is very old. I'm in the process of buying a new phone. So if you see me freezing, just bear with me. I'm doing the best I can. I have at my disposal. I'm from Uganda, Marco. Nice to have you here.
Did you give me back the card for the names? What is it?
Andrew, the card for the name. You check around.
I sure I picked.
You don't remember the name?
The name is very complicated.
Oh, dear Lord. I'm trying to switch my internet. That's why I'm still looking on like this. The phone is so tired of me. Ah, can't wait for next month. And your internet wadego. So, the maya wadego. Okay, I think this should be better. Unless it's just worse. Marco, the breed from South Africa. Winnie. Oh, wow. Yeah. Winnie, you want to contribute for me to get a new phone? That's so sweet. People rarely contribute for things like that. But that would be nice. Thanks for the thought. I mean, anyone that wants to contribute, that would be nice. I wouldn't refuse it, but only if you can. Because the phone I'm trying to get is like 3.6, and I have 2.4 on it. Cash. I have money personal, I have 2.4 on it. So that means I'm looking for, hold on, let me see. No. 3,600,000 Ugandan shillings minus 2.4. So which means I'm looking for 1.2. Yeah, I have most of the money. I was waiting for my salary to come end of month, and then I top up the balance that I need, and then I get a new phone. But if you guys want to top up for me, that would be nice. I would appreciate that. Since Winnie's pledging to contribute 100K, that means we are looking for 1.1. 1.1 at the dollar rate is how much? Let me see. 3,900. Kale naje bali kunga wanyumie. Sorry, my math is not that good. 3,900 times 140. Eesh, looks like I need more money than I thought. 3,900 times 230. Dang, looks like I need around $250. Dang. 3,900 times 250. Oh, I need more. Jesus Christ. Damn. 3,900 times 260. It has to be around 270. Okay, around 280. So I literally need $280 to top up to what I have. You know, to think about it, I am actually not as poor as I thought. Damn. I'm trying to buy the new Samsung because I hold my phones for a long time, and I use my phones for all my content, like to even edit and upload YouTube videos. I use my phone. I have a laptop, but I barely use it because the phone is more convenient for me. So I don't want an iPhone. An iPhone is useless to me. I don't even know how to use it well. I prefer something that is convenient in my country. So the new Samsung, the guy I'm gonna buy from told me 3.6 here. So 3.6 million. I have 2.4. Winnie has pledged 100K, so roughly I would assume I have 2.5. So which means I'm looking for around just 1.1 million. 1.1 million to top up to what I have. I have the majority. I have majority of the money. So 1.1 million Ugandan shillings would be $280 here. Yeah, Samsung is definitely better than an iPhone. You're so sweet for the thought, but I highly doubt people will contribute for me. But if they do, I would be shocked and happy at the same time. But I have a problem, Winnie. I don't know how to ask for help even when I need it. So I usually just suffer in silence. And when I can fix something, if I can't fix it, I let it go. But the truth is, anytime this phone is going to die, so it's already dead anyway. But me, I was waiting till the end of the month, and then I sacrifice most of my salary, top up to my savings, and just buy the phone. But end of month is really far. Today is just 9th. Anyway, what can one do? Yeah, but the phone does what it wants. It blacks out. I've held this phone for like 2 years. Same phone. It's an old Samsung. Oh, thank you, Winnie. I know you appreciate my work. You're one of the few. It is so sweet. And the funniest thing is, on my channel, I get so much support from women. I mean, I'm not saying men don't support me, but the most support I actually get is actually from women. It makes me realize that women might be more interested in what I do than men. Quite interesting. It is quite interesting. When I was younger, I was told by a father figure I had in my life that I'm born into a man's world. And if I'm to survive in a man's world, I don't have to become a man, but I have to think like a man. I have to act like a man. Then I will survive in a man's world. Even at the time when he told me that, I thought he was just scaring me and threatening me. Like for real. And everything he taught me growing up, he taught me things from a man's world, never from a woman's world. So that's why as a grown-up woman, I have a very hard time acting the way majority of females act, or doing majority of things females do. It's always been a problem of mine. I remember I was a straight out tomboy up until university, when my mother practically was bribing me to wear female clothes and stuff like that. She was like, you're now old enough, you kind of have to, stop being a tomboy. No one will take you seriously. You're in a third world. Actually, she never said third world country, she said you're in a third world. My mother never calls us third world country people. She simply says we are a third world people. They will not appreciate or respect the person that you are, who is like a straight out tomboy. Hi, Krisha. So that's how I learned, growing up, that's how I got into construction, because half my family, they are engineers, and the other half is either farmers or something I won't mention. But that's how I know so much about construction, and I went ahead and did study it eventually. But I have so much experience in construction that I don't even know how much experience I have, because I've grown up into it. I win. What much do we have in common? Help me. So, my whole life, I always thought like a man. I have a platform of over 7,000 people. And I know I can't fail to have at least 2,000 people out of the 7,000 people that actually genuinely like me as a person. And I know most of these people reach out to me. And do you know how many people text me most of the time asking me if I'm okay? Like there's sometimes I do a live and I'm genuinely not okay. And then people will be texting you, are you okay? Do you need any help? They're in position to actually help me. But I have a very, very hard time asking for help. I don't know how to give anybody a problem of mine. I feel like it's a burden. It's how I am. It's how I've grown up. I feel like asking anybody to do anything for you is a burden. Even if it was my own parents, I always found it so hard. So most people in my life from when I was younger, they had to think for me. They had to assume I wanted something. Or they had to be so keen and pay attention to me when I'm talking, the way I'm acting. Then they would know Doreen needs this. And then they would somehow get it for me. But half the time they would think of getting me something when I've already gotten it. And picture this, I was a child. I've been like this since I was a child. I can be having problems and I don't even know what to do. And I'm drowning and I'm on the verge of extinction, personal individual extinction, but I would never ask for help. I have no idea why I'm like that, but that's how I am. And I can only assume it's because of how I grew up. I grew up around men. How many men do you know that ask for help? Like the men or the male mentality is to do it yourself or die trying. That is the male mentality. I've grown up in a man's world. Naye evuga kati evuddeko omuntu abadde akuba sirabye na missed call simanyi nani abadde akuba kati simanyi ani abadde akuba but I assume it's boy freezing nze yonna oh. Kati yakajjera getyeko evuga naye bannange kiki kino nina kibambulira nina simu era nze nga n'omuntu yamaze dda okukuba missed call register kati Winnie, people like you. Oh wow. Well, Michael just donated $10 to me. Thank you. Oh, he just bought super thanks. That's so sweet. Thank you. It's doing what it wants. Thanks, Marco, the Brit from South Africa. I appreciate that. Yes. Okay. I don't know what to do. The phone is not doing anything. I have a message from somebody. If you just WhatsApp to me, please, WhatsApp me your name as well. And it's fine. You don't have to apologize for texting me. That's a public number there. I have a personal number, but no one has it. How's the joke head?
Nza okwerabira netedde na munnaalongo.
Bagenda ate kino okiraba. Aw. Kyenjagala bali kundeetera amazaani gange.
Bali mukuleetera?
Kati awo olweggulo nja kunywa ki? Nja kunywa amazzi gano agamu kikopo ekyo kino kyennyini. Naye tojja teekamu kintu kyonna. Gajja kuba just mazzi. Neyanziza nyabo. Yiri waggulu. Nange mbadde njeerabidde. Neyanziza. Thank you, Mark. Like for real, thank you. It's nice to know that I deserve the $10 in this rain. Thank you. 10. If, of course, YouTube is going to take like $2 off, so I would get like $8. So I'm going to assume that this is a contribution to my fund. So I'm going to say that from $280, now we need, I need, not we, it's not a must. Now I need 262? 72. Yeah, I need $272 to buy myself a new phone. I already have the majority of the money. It is my own money, my own savings. And since Winnie suggested that anyone that wants to help out with my remaining cost can help out. It is not a must. Like I said, it's not a must. So Winnie, like I was saying to your previous message, people like you and me, we are bound to suffer in life. But I think it's because we feel people's pain more. When the truth is, times are hard on everyone. It doesn't matter where you are. Times are hard. I don't know why this part of the year is just hard, but everyone is having a hard time. You know? Everyone is having a very hard time. That's all I can tell you. So you cannot sit there and feel entitled that you are the one that deserves help. It doesn't matter if it's from, for example, you guys that watch me on YouTube or your own family or your partners. You cannot sit there and feel entitled. You have to wake up and work. I'm doing my best. I swear to God, I'm doing my absolute best. I wish you see how hard I work. So anyone that wakes up and gets their hard-earned money, even if it's $1 and they give it to you, you got to be grateful because they've probably sacrificed something to make something happen for you. Simple as that. You can't hear me. Oh, this phone. You should be able to hear me. I can't hear you, sorry, but I trust you will use it well. It's not much, but it's from an African that got into the first world trying to help out her sister. I'm white, South African, but Africa is still home. Of course, Africa is home. Africa is I don't know. We don't segregate. I believe everyone is. But what's wrong with this phone? Nange. Wait, oh, the battery is low. Nange. The problems are not ending with this phone. Whew. Maybe I'll go live again later. But thank you, Marco. Thank you. I appreciate that. But like I was saying, guys, a grateful heart receives more. A grateful heart gets blessed more. You have to be grateful. It's not easy. It's not easy for anyone. It's not. Obusosoze obuli wano ate nze biba I had a tough childhood and it taught me a lot, but I thank God because it made me strong. I have a huge difference in my life. However, Winnie, the percentage of Africans that have had a tough childhood is too big. It's too big. I don't know why, but up tough. Life is really hard. And you know what sucks is learning the downsides of life at a very young age. You learn at a very young age what is wrong with life, what is wrong with society, but it helps you. Yeah, thank you, Marco. Yeah, I'm always here. And thank you for your kindness. It means a lot. It means a lot. Thank you. And you have yourself a wonderful day, I think. I'm not sure. My battery is also low. But I'll be going live again later because it's raining and I don't have much to do after work. And the phone is doing what it wants and I cannot force it to do anything I want. But Winnie, I hope you know that you're not alone. The funniest thing is these tough childhoods shape us into better people. You know, they help us we grow up fast, but we grow up right. There is a big difference. So as we grow up fast, we mature faster, but we end up being actually very good people because somehow when you know what it feels like not to have, to do without, you know not to do the same to somebody. So guys, my battery is extremely low. I don't know. The phone is doing what it wants. But yeah, thanks guys. It was nice. Thanks for watching. Maybe see you later. If I'm unable to come on live later, maybe tomorrow. But chances are very high I'll go live later in the evening. I think 2 hours from now. Yeah, 2 hours from now. I'll be going live again. Let's say I'll go live at 5. Oh, 5 is just... Wait, I can actually go live at 5. Yeah. I'll go live at... 5 is too far. Maybe 4. Let me go live at 4. I'll go live at 4 p.m. Ugandan time. Is that if it's African time? I don't know what the hell that time is. But yeah, 2 hours from now. I'll go live again. And then I will discuss the biodigester with you guys because that was the whole point. I called, but then I ended up getting my lunch. And if I didn't have it now, I wouldn't have it later. But it was nice. Everyone, thank you, Winnie. Thank you, Marco, the Brit, and everybody else for watching. I believe we had Kana, we had Katunje, we had Krisha, we had different people on. We had Johnson. If you want to contact is in the description of the channel, so you can always reach out and talk there. But you kind of have to make me or hire me, please. I do so much free work on here. I also need money. Like you see, I have responsibilities to myself and I have needs. So when you're trying to get too much information out of me for free, I feel bad and I just give it to you, but I feel bad for giving it to you because I also have needs. I hope that's understandable. But half the time I've already given out the free information on the channel. If you only watched slowly and go through the videos, you might find what you're looking for. But also I have too many videos, so it's hard to keep up. What to do? Yeah. Thank you for coming. Andrew, traka ya ganyo kola.